Welcome to the Funhaus Podcast. Thank you for joining us.
Lindsey wrote that one. Wow, is that original?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
On today's episode, we're catching up about our week's adventures. We're discussing our favorite Vegas staples. And I'm going to go over my list of what makes for the ultimate party.
This is a party episode.
Yeah, it's a party episode.
It's a party pod.
And Ryan, you can judge them all you want. You could say, I don't need that, or yes, that sounds amazing.
You want me to judge your party? I'm not a judgmental person.
You could say you're the best party thrower
I like
ever.
any party. Okay, well, I will say that.
Which I know is true. My name's Lindsey.
My name's Ryan.
Welcome to the Funhaus Podcast.
Welcome to the Funhaus Podcast. Yes, another one. Third one out of the gate. Let's do it. Ugh. I'm having a blast on these pods with you, Lindsey.
Good.
And I'm actually going to Vegas this weekend. So
wow,
that's
I just
why
went last weekend.
I think we talked about that. Yeah, I'm not gonna. So that's why we're filming this a little earlier than normal. So I'm going to Vegas, and I'm going to win so much money, and then I'm going to retire early. Thank you very much. Not from here, obviously. I mean, I'll work here as a charity. You know what I mean? Just because I have so much fun doing it, but I won't need to feed myself and to have room and board.
Where are you staying?
My buddy got a place we're staying at the Horseshoe the first night, but then my buddy's at a safety goggles convention from Memphis, and so and his safety goggles company put him up at the MGM. So,
the MGM Grand.
So it's gonna, hell yeah.
I love the MGM.
Roar.
Yeah,
that's my impression
tiger. They don't have lions there anymore. Do you remember when they had lions there?
Vaguely. Was that the Siegfried and Roy one? No, that's the Mirage, right?
That's the Mirage. They had lions in the
well, it's
MGM.
Just the MGM. Oh, fun fact. I think it's Cecil the lion. Maybe that's a different famous lion. Either way, one of the MGM lions from the beginning of the movies, like in Wizard of Oz and shit, was at the Memphis Zoo and was filmed there back in the 1920s or something. So look that up. I saw somebody posted on Facebook. Anyway,
lion habitat there was a lion habitat in the MGM Grand. It's closed now. I think I went there for the first time in 2008, and I think it was still there.
Cool.
Anyways, no, that's kind of sad.
Well,
in the middle of Vegas with
happy.
A bunch of like degenerates is just some lions.
Well, maybe they just maybe they didn't have anywhere else to put them, and maybe they were happy there. I don't know. But yeah, you're probably right. It was probably very sad.
Yeah, I was like,
you know what? I remember when I was a kid, I went. My dad took us on a. Like Vegas, went through some overhaul in the 90s where they were like, we're trying to make this a more friendly family place.
Yeah.
And everyone that
New York with the roller coaster.
The regulars are like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is where we go to get away from kids.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
then, my dad was like, ooh, I'm going to take the family. And we went to the MGM, and at the time, they were, I think, the either tallest or biggest hotel in the country or world.
Which one?
The MGM, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, maybe.
And then it was to the point where other hotels around the world would like try to make a bigger one, and then they would just add a floor or have an antenna that they like just added onto the antenna so that it would have the record at all times.
I don't remember
which I think
this
is pretty
story,
funny and stupid.
I don't understand people who bring their kids to Vegas.
Hey, some people are that degenerate. They're like, all right, I want to go to Vegas, but I have all these kids, these little fucking kids, so I'm going. I'm not going to let them spoil my fun. That's probably how I'm going to be when I'm a father.
Maybe you could stay in
I'll be a good degenerate father, though.
There's casinos that are non-smoking now, but like when I see somebody walking with like their toddler through, and I don't know, I just go, you just walk that 3-year-old through a cloud of smoke.
Okay, so it's the smoking that is the...
Well, yeah, and get him out of here.
There should be... that's why you take them to the circus. So you can gamble, but then also, there's clowns that they can watch.
Isn't it scary in the circus?
Oh, it's terrifying.
Oh.
It's I've told this story at Funhouse before, but that's the one where I got detained because they thought that I was homeless. And they're like, sorry, sir, we're just trying. I'm like, I stay here. They're like, can you prove it? I'm like, yes. And then they're like, sorry, we just had, we saw you wandering around at. You look like a crackhead,
You looked like you were too rough for the circus.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Yeah, they literally told me, sorry, we just have to make our guests feel safe. So when people complain on some crazy person,
oh my God,
we have to at least show that we're.
It's not like you were at the Bellagio and they were like,
right. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, yeah, I would understand if I was at the Bellagio, but at circus, I look too stupid for that place. Something's wrong with me.
Oh,
anyway.
That's funny. Well, so you're going to gamble in Vegas?
Oh, am I going to gamble in Vegas?
How much?
kind of question is that?
Sorry. How much are you gonna gamble in Vegas?
Well, I don't want to talk about that. I mean,
Yeah, okay.
we'll see where we. I mean, I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna basically, turn my $50 originally into, like I said, millions. Retire early. So hopefully I'm never gonna get to the point where I have to even think about how much more I'm gonna take out of my ATM. It's kind of where I'm at. I know that you as a professional Vegas goer. I mean, I'm sorry, I have to give you some shit, Lindsey.
Okay.
Lindsey just goes and just plays stupid slot machines.
Not
the whole
just,
time.
but usually when I am gambling, I'm just sitting around doing that.
Yeah, that's not gambling. That's like
Sure it is.
that's like a video game that slowly sucks away your money, and
That's
then every
the
once in
highest
a while,
form of gambling. You press a button, you go.
it's the lowest form of gambling. It has the worst payouts.
It's the biggest gamble, though.
Notoriously.
That's the biggest gamble.
Well, that's
That's
like
what I'm
saying
saying.
that's like
It's the
saying
most
it's the you mean because it's the worst
the most
odds that means it's the
gambling.
biggest gamble? No, that's not how
Yeah.
that works.
I also do 3-card poker.
That's a little better.
I do. I've
don't
done some
love that game.
blackjack.
Okay, blackjack's.
Yeah.
That's a gambling game. Even though I don't like. I like blackjack because it's fun, but at the same time, you have to play it perfectly. And even when you play it perfectly, you're still obviously below the 50%. The odds are obviously not in your favor on any of these games. But craps. At least you're having fun, and then you have the pass line that's 50-50.
I don't
even
understand.
Odds.
I don't understand craps.
And then you have poker, which is a totally beatable game if you're good at it. I like to think I'm good at it, but
I'm good at poker, but
Listen,
I'm
we've talked about
too
this.
nervous to play. I'm scared. I'm like, I don't know.
Play it a low cash game. In fact, we could play down the street from my house at the Hustler Casino here in town. We don't even have to go to Vegas. Please, let's go.
Great, I will. But it's funny because I brought it up to my dad because both my parents are big poker players, but my dad, when he goes to Vegas, he doesn't do as I do. He's smarter than me. And he will go play poker. And actually, when we went a couple weeks ago at this point, he won one of the tournaments.
Hell yeah, a tournament. Oh,
Yeah,
not even a cash game. Wow.
No,
so
he
he's
played
good.
tournament. Yeah,
How many people were in it? 5?
No, like it
I'm
goes.
just kidding.
Yeah, it goes like down, like it's several tables, and then it condenses.
Right.
So he, I think he ended up chopping for first and second with. He was second, and he got the guy in first to chop.
That's smart.
He's a smart man.
He's a
So
smart
he
guy.
won. He won a good amount. But it
You're not gonna
was
tell me how
good
much?
because I lost a lot. So it would kind of maybe as a family we came away even. Maybe I'll tell you later how much you won.
I'm playing a $100 tournament with my buds. With the safety goggle convention. Oh well, I mean, I'll play $100 with you guys. But
Wait, I think we decided on 20. Is that
Okay,
right, Rick?
20's fine.
Was that $20?
But
Yeah, it's
I'm definitely gonna be playing a lot of the cash games too. Omar in the house.
Oh, Omar, do you want to
Stopping by the podcast.
the
What's
podcast?
happening? We're talking Vegas in here.
We are talking.
What's your favorite Vegas game, Omar?
3-card poker.
You're a 3-card poker. What's up with 3-card poker, you guys?
Or,
Why do you guys like it so
win,
much?
lose, draw? Have you done that one?
Is that basically like is that like war? Is that where you just have to get a card above the card or something? Or it sounds really like a dumb game.
It is a dumb game,
Okay.
but it's a game that you get to bet a lot, and then if you are losing, you get to take your money back before you lose it all. So you can sit at the table forever.
Okay.
So both win, lose, draw and 3-card
I
poker
like 3-card poker.
are both games that you can sit for hours and not lose a lot of money and get free drinks like crazy.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
Slot machines too.
That's actually a really good loophole. Is sitting around and then you take your money once the cocktail waitresses go. It sounds like the game High Low if you've ever played that. 'Cause
No.
you can play that for a long time, and then the pot builds up and builds up and builds up, and then somebody ends up taking it. But
Yeah, win, lose, draw, like it's easy because you put down 3 bets basically, right? And then if you lose on the first one, you have the opportunity to take your second and third back. If you lose on the second one, you can take your third back.
Okay.
So like you can lose a lot but slowly and get a lot of free drinks.
I like the slow losing strategy, because these drinks, if you're not gambling, the drinks are expensive in Vegas.
$16.
Yeah, fuck that. So it is a worthwhile endeavor to hang out.
It's a like first couple of hours at the casino, do this, get yourself level, and then go do the higher stakes thing or go play craps or something like that.
Now, do y'all? I have the bad habit of every once in a while, not every time, but I'm like, all right, Vegas, let's get this thing going. I just immediately go to the roulette table, 100 on red, and then oh wow, I'm up 200 or whatever.
Or you're, oh shit, I'm done and I lost all my money for the weekend.
And then that happens, about half the time. It's weird how that works out about half the time.
Like when I went like a year ago, my dad was like, "Oh, here's $100, put it on black for me," and I'm like, "Great." And then I go, "I lost your $100." But what I was gonna say is I did video poker at one of the bars on Sunday because I just was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna sit at the bar because it's hard to get a cocktail waitress to come by sometimes." And you can just order right there and they'll comp it as long as you're putting in. So I did a spin. He's like, you got to bet the max. So it's $1.25. So I was like, did a couple spins. He gave me my drink. I did a spin. I got 4 of a kind and I cashed out. I was like,
4 of a kind? Oh
yeah,
my God.
I won like $120
That's
on video
awesome.
poker.
All right, that worked out.
Yeah, it worked out.
You lucky son of a bitch.
You lucky son of a bitch.
Well, that happened to me.
I love Vegas. In the summer, though, I love the cabanas.
At Bellagio? That's where I sleep usually.
I've heard this story.
Yeah.
No, the cabana. Well, I mean, any of the MGM properties, like we can get good deals on cabanas. So I like the MGM Grand because they got the lazy river.
No, when she says that, she means that she plays slots so
No, not
much.
me. It's a combination of people.
Her family plays slots.
No,
and
really, it's
poker
just
so
it's me and
much
my mom.
that they can get entire cabanas, which I assume are hundreds of dollars if you're not, if you're not one of the high rollers like you are. That's crazy to me.
So yeah. So I like to sit at the cabana and order drinks and float in the lazy river.
I mean, that is a fun time.
That's,
I think,
and I'm not gambling, so it's good.
I like having a nice pina colada. Pina colada, that's my favorite drink ever. Anytime I can get it,
It's been
I
a
get
long
it.
time since I had a pina colada.
I just like a big pina colada with a big piece of pineapple and a cherry and a little fake umbrella. And then I feel like I'm living the life.
Maybe I'll get a pina colada tonight.
I'm going to go see Piff the Magic Dragon.
What is that?
It's a comedy magician that dresses up like a dragon in a child's
At the
dragon.
horse
I've heard of
shoe?
this guy. Wasn't he on Fool Us with Penn and Teller?
That makes a lot of sense. I'm sure he'd be on there, but I saw him, I think, on like America's Got Talent. He advertises like loser of America's Got Talent. So.
Did you know that
Sounded
Chris
fun.
Angel has a magic celebrity show?
I saw it last time I was there with my mom and dad. In fact,
No, not in Vegas. I mean, on TV, it's called Magic with the Stars.
Oh.
It's like a competition show. And I watched it, like, we turned the TV on when I was there, and I was like, what is this? Why is Frankie Muniz on the stage doing magic? Frankie Muniz going into a box, and then a woman trapping him in it, and then the blanket goes up, and the blanket comes down, and it's Frankie Muniz on top of the box, and I'm like,
that rocks.
what is this?
Professional race car driver?
Like,
Yeah, professional NASCAR driver,
he's
Frankie
like, you
Muniz.
really sold it. And I'm like, what? He's judging his magic. But then, so then he competes against like 2 other people. And I'm thinking, okay, they're all going to do different magic tricks because it's like a little bit of a talent show. They just do the same trick. So then this other person named Lolo, somebody, goes into the box. A woman traps her in the box. She stands on top of the box, drops the blanket. The blanket comes down, and it's the girl outside the box. And I'm like, it's the same magic trick. How are they judging? Like, how are they judging? They go,
who
good
does it
job.
better?
You did the same thing as Frankie Muniz.
Best sleight of hand. Some people you can see the strings they're pulling behind the trick. Maybe in the thumbnail we could put me at the Chris Angel show. I got in the straight jacket and took a picture.
You
and then
did?
also when I was, I don't mean to, just say, all the stories that I can relate to from what you just said.
No, please.
But then, I think I said this before, but I met Frankie Muniz at the kids club at a resort when I was like in Florida one time. He just happened to be there at the kids club. Like so then show this picture of me and Frankie Muniz as 10-year-olds on the thumbnail. I mean, sorry.
I was gonna say nobody's editing this into the
all right,
podcast.
fuck it. Yeah. I don't, whatever. Enough about me. I'm sorry.
No,
Let's go on.
We love that. What else
I don't
have
want to
you?
do too much.
What else have you been up to?
What else have I been up to?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going working my ass off on this professional gameplay, which I think came out. By the time this comes out, it came out yesterday, and I
Wednesday,
think it's really funny. So if you haven't seen the professional gameplay on the main channel, check that out. That's what I've been doing here at Funhaus.
Yeah.
But then other than that, I've just been watching a lot of movies, editing my own shit, my own Super Bowl video because the Super Bowl is coming up, So I went last year, so I'm trying to get it out by this Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Just boring
Just
shit,
boring
errands.
shit.
Trying not to smoke weed. You know,
Trying not to?
I haven't been.
Oh, okay. Good. Wow.
But I'm trying. I'm actively, even right now, that's what I am trying not to smoke weed.
That's true. Right now, you are actively trying not to.
Smoking weed. So anyway.
Did you watch Babylon?
Not yet. I'm still watching Paul T. Goldman, that TV show. I haven't, but yeah.
Paul T. Goldman.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's a weird show on, I think, HBO or something. But I don't want to say anything or spoil anything, but you should totally watch it. It's awesome. It's insane.
Oh, Paul T. Goldman.
That's all I'll say.
Did you watch, speaking of TV shows, did you watch The Last of Us?
No, I don't give a fuck. I
didn't know if you did or not. We don't know if you're like a big TV head or if you just watch shows because like there's like hype around the shows. Like, did you watch House of the Dragon?
No, I didn't watch that either.
Okay, so maybe you're not.
Yeah, because for House of Dragon, I would have to have watched all of Game of Thrones, and I gave up on that pretty early.
Right.
And then with Last of Us, I'm like, this seems kind of like a thing where a lot of the enjoyment is how well they adapted it from the video game I never have played or care about, and it's kind of like why I don't watch all the Harry Potters or something, because it's like.
Sure.
I didn't read the source. I didn't see the source material, so I have no connection to it.
But Rick, you didn't play it, right?
Yeah, I didn't play The Last of Us.
But you watched it.
Yeah, I thought the show was okay.
Okay, well then I'm definitely never watching it. Thank you, Rick.
No, you're welcome.
Saving me time.
I mean, it's a good take on.
It's good.
The new zombie
It's an interesting story. Don't you think it sets it up for an interesting story?
Yeah, it definitely does, because you know how zombies usually like bite you and like get you that way to convert. This one, they actually like put their tendrils into
like
you.
fungus
and,
tendrils.
Yeah, and they
What do you
convert
mean
you from the
fungus
inside.
tendrils?
It's pretty crazy.
Like the whole outbreak in The Last of Us is caused by like a fungus that goes in your brain and then takes over your body.
Okay.
And so.
But then you grow. What are tendrils? Sorry.
Like a tendril. Like tendrils. Like, don't you know what I'm talking about? Like.
No. Well, like you grow new appendages, or your hands turn into tendrils.
Like. You know what a tendril is, right?
Not exactly, no.
Okay, I'm showing him a picture of tendrils, by the way. So it's like this, like...
It's like a pig's penis.
It's like little things that come out. Like, I'm trying to think of other...
A little corkscrew.
These are all plant tendrils, but...
So they're not usually plants?
Well, tendrils just the... it's a word to describe like a shape of something, like this kind of shape of
just
like
something that can
many little stringy things.
Yeah, they're like roots essentially.
Okay, all right.
Roots, yeah.
I get what you're trying to
So
say.
basically, the zombies they start to turn fungusy, mushroomy. Like, have you seen like? I'm gonna show Ryan what a clicker is from The Last of Us.
A clicker.
Yeah, it's gross. They're pretty gnarly.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. I guess I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. So like.
They're like lettuce people.
Yeah. So like this is a clicker they use clicking to like.
Oh, so they're like bats or something.
Yeah, it's like a. Oh God.
Fungus bats.
This game is really scary. So first of all, playing the game is like like jump scares. But the reason that the game is actually so good is because. I guess I'm making a generalization. In my opinion, the reason that the game is so good is because of the story. So that's why the show is
very cinematic.
Going to be like, I think that's why they were like, this could be a really great show because it's such a good story.
Now, if I eat a tendril fungus person, do I hallucinate? Is it psychedelic?
Why would you eat them?
Because they kind of look like a mushroom man. Does that ever happen in the story? I'm just guessing.
I don't know.
All right.
Anyways, it's really cool. These are nasty.
They look disgusting, but it's pretty cool monster design.
So
no, I haven't watched that. I did watch Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down, the Pedro Almodovar movie. I'm still watching all Pedro Almodovar movies. What else did I watch? I watched Seabiscuit.
Like the horse?
Yeah, I watched that horse movie. I've never seen it. But my dad gave me his list of his top 50 movies of all time. Oh. And so I'm trying to knock out every movie I haven't seen on his list. Yeah, so I watched Seabiscuit. The next I have to watch is Iron Lady, the Meryl Streep, Margaret Thatcher movie. And then what else? The only other one left after that, I think, is The Way by Emilio Estevez. So anyway,
Ryan, who's a larger movie buff, you or your father?
Definitely me at this point, but my dad definitely got me into, at a young age, cool movies. Well, I'd say that. He doesn't really like weird movies. He has a pretty specific taste.
Yeah, he doesn't like the art house stuff.
It was enough little, for instance, like Pulp Fiction, when it first came out, he was like the biggest fan of, and True Romance and and then he got me into all the John Hughes movies and stuff. So it's pretty mainstream movies that he's into, but at least he has a good taste, I think, for the most part.
What's your favorite John Hughes movie?
Breakfast Club.
That's a good
boring,
one.
but I mean, that's probably up there for movie I've watched the most in my life. Like because
Really?
I just loved it so much as a teenager and stuff that I would turn it on at way late at night and I could finish it. Which is pretty rare for me. I'm a person that falls asleep at late at night movies. But I just would get into that movie so much. Then probably second is Ferris Bueller. If you count Vacation, that's up there too, the original. So yeah.
I loved 16 Candles.
That's top 5 for
Yeah,
sure.
when I was,
that's one of the best.
I think that's probably one of the first ones that I saw. So
Yeah, that one rocks.
I really like that a lot.
I mean, Home Alone's great too, if you're into that.
Yeah, Home Alone is great. So yeah, we talked about some shows and some movies and Vegas, and you said that you were editing The Professional.
Yeah, I think it turned out really funny.
That's great. We've
I
been
hope people like it.
doing our streams. Like, I know that people are still having questions about what's going on with the channel and the programming changes and the
We're
membership
sorry about
changes.
that. It's been a lot of
There's been a trickling of addressing some of those things. Somebody pipes in and says something here, and I've seen. Did you comment on a thread on Reddit?
Yeah, because I felt bad.
People
Somebody
asking
thought
questions,
someone was like,
yeah.
"I'm double dipping right now."
Yeah.
What do I want? I'm
and I know that's the last thing you are like. No, we don't want that.
That is, yeah. I don't want anyone to feel that they have to double dip. It's like, no, don't. We're gonna put it both on both platforms, but it's just it's taking a while for us to coordinate exactly what our plan is. Unfortunately, for a lot of myriad of reasons. Yeah.
And I've been working on I guess hopefully at this point it comes out tomorrow. If it doesn't come out tomorrow, then something happened between now and then, and you guys don't get mad at me, but probably it's my fault because it's just taking so long to edit. But I'm editing a sort of a documentary.
That's right, about the
sort
new
of
office.
behind the scenes documentary about what it's been like for us to move. It's a chunky boy video. So much content of you guys talking in there and stuff. But hopefully it'll
Lindsey was spying on me, catching me farting in my office. I didn't appreciate that, Lindsey. I mean, I thought I was alone in the comfort of my own office, just farting up a storm, and Lindsey's over here filming it.
Yeah, he goes, I'm going to pretend like I'm farting in my office.
No. Giving away our secrets.
For everybody that's got no context right now, because they're like, what are they talking about? There's a video. Hopefully it'll come out soon if it doesn't come out tomorrow. But hopefully it'll satisfy that desire and craving for maybe some answers, maybe some, we want the office tour. I'm having fun editing it. That's why I just want to keep talking about it.
It is, it seems like a fun project edit. It seems pretty free form.
So, yeah.
Should we talk about parties now? I hear that this is a party pod.
How long has it been?
Oh.
22 minutes?
Sorry, you're the host. Why would I'm sorry. Just forget I said anything.
Well, we also need to take an ad break before that, but I didn't know if you had anything else you want to talk about. Ryan got new shoes.
That's right. And these feel better than my last new ones, so that I think I would love for them to be broken in, but I don't think I need to break them in. They're fine. Do they look good?
Yeah,
Ryan, is there a
great.
sticker underneath on the bottom?
Is there a sticker on my?
Is that a sticker?
Yeah, you didn't take the sticker off of your shoe.
I've had these on for days. Wow. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Put your foot back up.
Put my foot back up.
Oh, okay. I thought your sock had holes in them. Never mind.
You could darn a sock.
But yeah, no, I'm into these Skechers, and it was funny because I was like, all right, man, I need fucking new shoes, and then because my old ones were literally poking, this sharp pokey thing was happening, because the little ring around one of the shoelace things came off, and then there was a metal part underneath it or something.
But aren't those new?
They were, well, I only at any given moment have one pair of shoes, so I wear them to the fucking bone, Lindsey. And so then I was like, man, I'm going to have to fucking order this on Amazon. It's going to come in several days or whatever. And I wish I had just new shoes now. And then I just happened to be walking down the street and I saw a Skechers store.
Okay.
And I just went in there. And I'm like, what do you got in 13 wides? And usually that means they go, oh, here's this big store. Here's the 4 shoes you can choose from, which is pretty much what happened. So, but then I saw these. I'm like, these look relatively normal. And I try to get, anytime I get shoes, I try to get something that I feel like I could wear it in a nice, a nice place.
No, but those brown shoes, though, that's the opposite of that statement.
Well, that's the thing, is that everyone, to me, that's why I don't understand, because of my old brown shoes that are all beat up, like, I thought they looked kind of like faux, not boots, but like if you're blurring your eyes, hopefully you don't notice that they're just brown tennis shoes. But why am I so wrong about this? Because everyone I ever say this to says, no, those look like shit.
They do.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like mean. I'm not trying to insult you.
I want to know.
Those are fucking ugly shoes.
Well, why?
They're just like brown tennis shoes. It's like,
but I don't know why though. I mean, like,
I've got
anyway.
my Air Force Ones. Oh, my legs are hairy. Don't look at that.
Yeah. See, now I could have gotten something like that.
Yeah, you should get some Air Force Ones. Could you imagine Ryan in some Air Force Ones?
But if I get white shoes, man, it's like give them a week and they look like light brown shoes. It never works out for me. That's why I'm not really happy about these white things. I mean, this is gonna look like shit here pretty soon, but they're so new.
So. Because you don't ever put you go, I don't care what's on my feet. I'm just, as long as I wear them, like, you wouldn't care how they looked or anything like that.
I only care in certain situations. Like, whenever it's like, when my mom is like, we're all going to church, put on something nice.
You put on your brown shoes.
I put on my brown shoes. I'm like, I can pass, but I guess I'm not passing. But then, yeah.
You don't have any kind of dress shoe for anything?
I have, I have stuff I'll wear to a wedding, and man,
oh my God, I want to see Ryan in a dress shoe.
Well, I feel bad because the one time, I don't even remember, I said I officiated my friend's wedding last year, and that the one thing I forgot was my nice shoes. So then it's like the day of the wedding, and I'm like, man, I'm so sorry, dude. I only have my fucking brown shoes. He's like, you're serious? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, that's okay.
You didn't go buy shoes?
I was too late. I fucked up. I thought I had them, and I didn't. I just totally spaced and didn't pack them. So anyway, I officiated a wedding as in the brown shoes. But anyway, sorry, Greg. But yeah, no, I hate wearing nice shoes because they are so uncomfortable, and every step I take, I want to chop my legs off. Personally, I just hate being uncomfortable, Lindsay.
You can get comfortable nice shoes. That's why I'm
always in sweats. That's why I'm always in shirts that feel like silk or something.
That shirt does not feel like silk.
It doesn't, but it's more comfortable than a normal scratchy shirt. I don't like scratchy shirts. That's why I also get now, when I get a double XL. I literally jumped from, I used to be a medium in high school. Then in college, I was like, all right, I need to be a large. Then I jumped from large, now I'm a double XL because I like big ass fucking shirts that have air pockets under it. I can just fucking do this, So now I'm a double XL. I'm a big shirt man. I'm a pajama man. 24/7. I got a physical today that we can talk about that too. Not really. There's nothing really to talk about, but
that's good to get a physical. I got one like a couple months ago.
Hell yeah. How'd it go?
It's good. I got pills for depression.
Okay.
Pound it.
Let's go. Did you have to cough and stuff and do all that kind of stuff?
No.
Cool.
No, but I did also get a referral for a dermatologist. Elise has been always telling stories about the dermatologist, and I go, I gotta get me one of those. So I'm gonna go to one of those soon.
Okay. Never been.
But yeah. Also, real quick, do you ever wear like sandals or flip-flops?
I hate sandals and I hate flip-flops.
What about the
beach? And when I go to the beach, I wear shoes and socks. Yes, I look like an idiot, but I'm comfortable. Or I go barefoot. But no, I don't wear any of that shit. If I have especially open-toed like sandals or something like that, I just
you seem
don't
like you would be a sandal guy. That's so weird.
See, Ryan looks like the guy that would wear socks with sandals though.
If I do wear sandals, I would do that. I used to make shundles in college. Did I ever tell you about this? No. Yes, my shundles, which is basically kind of like now where I have these brown shoes where I'm like, all right, these are dead. It's over. What am I going to do with them?
You're going to cut the toe out?
I cut the toe out, and then I make, my little shundles so that they kind of, are nice little shundles for me. So I highly recommend shundles because they're way more comfortable than sandals. So if I'm ever going to wear sandals, I wear shundles. But I will say I am kind of a slipper man. If I am forced to be, I like some really comfortable, the one that it looks all furry inside.
Yeah, a slipper.
A slipper? Ooh, baby. I'm a slipper
You're just
guy.
describing a slipper.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't have any by myself, but I will wear a slipper and think that that's okay.
All right. Well, yeah. With that, we'll take a quick
ad break
and hear a word from our sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by HelloFresh. Thank you to HelloFresh. I don't know about y'all, but my food delivery sometimes can get a little out of hand. I find myself ordering little treats and snacks after a busy day, but it always adds up quicker than I expect. Luckily, with HelloFresh, you can cut back on expensive takeout and delivery. It can help you save money all year round. HelloFresh is actually cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% cheaper than takeout. I got my most recent HelloFresh box last week, and I made some Italian chicken over lemony spaghetti. Okay? It was delish. All right. I love learning fun tricks from HelloFresh to enhance my own recipes at home, too, like a little pan sauce or like even a lemony spaghetti. Who would have thought? With HelloFresh, eating well in the new year can be stress-free and delicious. With over 35 weekly recipes, they have the options that you're looking for to help you achieve your goals. Choose calorie smart and carb smart recipes, or even customize select meals by swapping proteins or sides. Upgrade your proteins or adding protein to a veggie dish. So many protein options. And ingredients travel from farm to you in less than 7 days, so you know they're fresh. Hello. Go to HelloFresh.com/FHPod22 and use code FHPod22 for 22 free meals plus free shipping. That's 22 free meals and free shipping at HelloFresh.com/FHPod22 with code FHPod22. We're back. I think you might just need some tips on where to find comfortable things that look nice.
Honestly, I don't think I need tips. I think I need someone to tell me.
Yeah, well, I mean,
hey,
that's the tip.
This looks nice. You should get this.
That's a tip. But also what I'm saying is on comfort as well, because you're complaining that dress shoes are not comfortable, but my boyfriend could tell you some shoes that are comfortable that look nice, because he wouldn't be walking around in uncomfortable shoes just because they look nice. He's not a woman. That's me.
All
but
right.
I'm wearing sneakers, so.
It's also why I
don't wear heels anymore at all because they're fucking uncomfortable.
All right. Yeah, me it's the same here. That's also why, not to, they did not pay me to say this, but MeUndies I fucking love because they make they're so soft and stuff. So
it's the micro model.
Yeah. So MeUndies I got on, whatever at all times. Anyway.
That's great. Well, I think in the first podcast that we did, I think I mentioned something about my party. We were talking about parties, and somebody in the comments said, I would love to know from Lindsey a list of what makes the best party.
Hell yeah.
Because I've thrown a fair few parties in my day.
So that's why you invited the #1 party animal at Funhaus.
Ryan
Haley.
You don't even remember the last party that I had.
And
you were there.
That's what makes me the biggest party animal. That's why you asked me.
So
yeah, you're right. I have vague gray.
I'm going to show you a video of what it looked like, and you're going to be like, I don't remember that.
Probably.
But this is, Lindsey's Guide to the Ultimate Party. I wrote a lot of notes for myself. One about how there's several types of parties.
Uh-huh.
Like a party that you're going to host at your house.
Okay.
You got ragers. You got dinner parties. You got holiday parties, themed parties.
Murder mystery parties.
Sure. That's
Yeah.
more like of an event or an activity.
No, like real ones. Like someone got murdered at your party and you have to figure out who the killer was and no one's allowed to leave.
And
you ever throw one of those?
That would be decorated, probably.
Okay.
Now, the holiday party season is over. But I still love the late winter, spring, and summer party season. Okay. I wrote down some holidays that are coming up that you could plan a party for.
Okay.
The Oscars. You could have an Oscar
Hell
party.
yeah, I love Oscar parties. Now,
Movie party.
Your Oscar party, sorry, do you want to give your list? Or
Go ahead, ask a question,
Do you have an open ballot thing at your
Oh, yeah,
Oscar?
that's a great activity for that.
Yeah, so everyone can keep track.
Super Bowl.
Hell yeah.
Super Bowl party, sports parties.
At that one, do you do the squares where everyone bets on the squares and then you
No, I haven't done that.
For a gambler.
But you could do Super Bowl bingo. You could do bingo at any kind of party. St. Patrick's Day. Okay, that's a great holiday to have a party for.
Cool.
Memorial Day, 4th of July.
What do you do for a Memorial Day party?
Barbecue.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Get wasted outside. It's perfect. Go to the beach.
I guess to me, just barbecue is such a kind of, you can do that at so many other kinds of parties that to have a whole party where it's like, oh, this is the barbecue party. I'm not knocking a Memorial Day barbecue. I'm just,
it's the perfect excuse to do it.
I guess. I wish
you
there was
think on
more
a random
shit.
Sunday I'm going to have a barbecue? No, I'm going to take Monday on a day when everybody should be working, but we don't have to, and have a barbecue.
Okay, that's cool.
4th of July, 10th of July.
Hell yeah, 10th of July. That's
Brian
right.
Haley's
Lindsey
birthday, I wrote
celebrates my
parentheses.
birthday. Thank you. I love
I
it.
don't. I wrote that for you.
Well, you're going to start.
So if you're like, I want to have a party, but Christmas is over and Halloween is over. There you go. Brand new list of fucking holidays and events for you to have a party.
I would, talking about Memorial Day parties, it would be cool if we could normalize like going to war reenactments on Memorial Day.
You could just do that any day.
Yeah, but it's Memorial Day. So it'd be kind of cool to, it's in theme. You are, in Tennessee, for Boy Scouts, we always go to Civil War reenactments and stuff.
Yeah, I've
and
seen
so
those.
If you go to that
In movies.
if you go to that on Memorial Day, that seems like a cool Memorial Day thing to go to. I don't know, for some people.
So those are just some holidays and events you could have parties for. Now I wrote down a bunch of tips for what is actually going to make these parties good. Okay. My number one tip is food.
Really? That's where you're starting?
Yeah.
Food.
Because it's like
No
it's like the
shit.
first thing.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but people, you know what? People throw ragers and they don't fucking think about food.
I agree.
That's why people need to know.
Yeah.
You gotta have food.
No, that's why you say BYOF. Everyone brings some
says
snacks.
that. Nobody says that.
Everyone brings some
You
snacks.
say,
Oh, smorgasbord.
then there's options, right? Okay.
I'm poor.
Are you gonna get catering? Can you afford that? I don't know.
No. You pitch it and go, hey, who wants to get a pizza? Throw in 5.
Yeah, you could order some food that's like, everybody tosses in. Potluck. Everybody brings something. I did a hybrid potluck thing for my Christmas party where some people brought stuff and then I provided a bunch of stuff.
Hell yeah. You're
You
a good
could
party
do-
thrower. You're a good host.
Thank you. You could do big frozen foods thing where you get a bunch of frozen pizzas or frozen appetizers, any of that kind of stuff. And you could have food that way too.
Okay.
Catering is a luxury for sure.
I kind of felt bad because
You didn't bring anything?
Well, I'm about to get there. I went to a Friendsgiving this year, a vegetarian Friendsgiving. I'm like, what am I going to bring to this? I literally can't. I don't know how to cook something for this. You know what I mean? I could do it, but it's going to suck.
Do you know how to cook?
I mean, I know how to cook in the sense that I can read ingredients and I can do the whole instructions.
Do you know how
but
to
I
cook?
hate to do it, and then when I eat it, I'm always unsatisfied, so I don't like to do it.
Do you know how to cook like an
not
egg?
really. Yeah, I can do an egg. I'm good at
Okay.
egg.
Oh, good.
I can do egg.
I'm good with egg.
I'm good with egg, but I don't like doing egg. I don't like doing any food. I like going and paying a premium for someone to cook egg for me. I'm sorry. It's the 21st fucking century or 22nd. I forget. That's one of the luxuries of modern life. I can go down the street and pay someone to cook egg for me, and so I don't have to do it and be mad that I did it. But I went to this Friendsgiving and I'm like, all right, I can get some. They were like, hey, you want to be responsible for potato salad? And I'm like, man, you're not gonna like my potato salad. Is it okay if I go to Vons or something and buy a shit ton of potato salad, and then bring it and stuff? And then they were like, we'll just take care of the potato salad. And so then I was like, all right.
What's wrong? You could have gone to Vons. I would have let you go to Vons. That seems like, why wouldn't you go to Vons?
Well, it was more just I think everyone else was like making their shit. It was
So?
homemade. And
Who
so they
cares?
kind of wanted to do a homemade Friendsgiving. So what I ended up doing was I was like, all right, I'm bringing dessert. And I then I went to 7-Eleven and I got a giant rack of Dunkaroos. All right. I sold them out of Dunkaroos, so we had like an actual store carton full with like 20 Dunkaroos and everyone ate them. And I was like, oh, I remember these. So they were the hit of the party,
I know, but
they were kind of stale though, which sucks. So they probably were a little old at that 7-Eleven.
wow.
So some people didn't eat their Dunkaroos, but
You didn't bring any Dunkaroos to my party.
I was so not in the right state of mind to even be at that party. And that wasn't even me. That was Santa Claus.
Well,
I came from SantaCon too, so
yeah.
I'll be Santa Claus did.
Like I said, my number one tip is food, okay? You gotta feed the drunkies.
My number one tip, I'm sorry,
Please.
you might get to this, is keg. A keg is an instant party, and I don't see them enough anymore, especially out here. like in California.
Okay.
It might be too expensive, but if you have a keg, that is a party. It is a rolling party. And at the Fuck Farm / Co-op, in Austin, one of the best parts is you live with 100 people. So at any given moment, and this would happen virtually every day or every other day, someone would be like, just hanging out like, hey, you guys want to raise for a keg? Someone's like, yeah, you be in charge of it. And they're like, all right, raise it for a keg. Give me $1, give me $2, give me $5, give me $10, and in 15 minutes, you have enough money. You put $5 in it, but then you have enough money for a keg. You go get a Lone Star keg down the street at Junior's or something, bring it back, and then there's a party.
When you lived at... Okay, I have a couple questions.
Go for it.
When you lived at the Fuck Farm, where did you work?
Where did I work?
Did you work while you lived at the Fuck Farm?
Well, are you talking about because we all have labor. We have labor at the... It's so cheap because everyone has at least 4 to 6 hours of labor every week they have to do. So I was the Wednesday night Alice is what they called it, and that meant from midnight till 6 a.m. I was responsible for at least once cleaning the kitchen of all the drunk people that were up making it messy. And I could pick it. I could do it at midnight, or I could do it at 5 a.m. if I was up. And so that was what I did for a couple of my hours. But then I was the video historian, so I was in charge of making the videos and collecting all the footage. And then that was really to me a big. Progression in my editing was me making those and making these videos. They were like 15 or 20 minutes when I got there, because it was kind of a relatively new position. Like, they were kind of like photo collages. But then I was like, I'm making a 90-minute feature length, basically documentary video every time, and I did it, and they were hits, if I do say so myself.
I believe it. I've seen your editing.
Thank you very much. This is my first.
So, but that paid you like a wage, or that just paid for you to live there?
That just reduces your rent. It makes the co-op cheaper. But no, I didn't have a official job.
So how would you have like a couple bucks to just like pitch in? Where do people get their money?
Well, my daddy was so nice, and he said, Ryan, you know, as long as you get good grades and whatever you.
How old were you?
I was 20. I graduated when I was 22. So yeah, obviously.
I'm just curious. I was curious. I'm like, where's everybody pitching in money from?
Well, either they have a job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A lot of people did.
I didn't know if it was like a thing where like you weren't allowed.
No.
I can never tell if he's talking
jobs,
about a cult or what.
No, but yeah. Thanks a lot, Dad, for
Second question, can you do a keg stand?
I can, but I kind of cheat at it.
Oh.
When
was the last time you did a keg stand?
Are
you too old to do a keg stand now?
No, definitely not. But the thing is, but when I say I cheat at it, I can't physically open my throat like you're supposed to guzzle beer, Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people can just open their throat, and that's how they do a beer bong or something.
Oh yeah, I
so when I'm doing a beer bong, I like have a gag reflex or something. So when I'm doing a beer bong, I'm like sipping, like that.
Why and then you do that?
It's a bong. But then same thing. I kind of like I've had to, like, Ryan, do a keg stand, let's go. So I'm like doing it, and I'm putting it in my mouth. But I'm really not drinking it, I am drinking it, but just every couple of seconds I'm like, but
gotcha.
I can do that forever. It's not like I just have to cut out at some point. So I've had people count for like 50 seconds or something, like, wow, Ryan's doing a crazy long keg stand. I'm like, I'm really not. I'm just taking my time drinking this while everyone's holding me upside down. It's stupid. So I don't know how to do that really. Well,
okay. We went on a little tangent there, but the keg, it's on my list. It's like under the booze category, okay? Because the things are not like, I'm not saying, number one tip is you got to have food, you got to have booze. I'm telling you, like, these are things that you should consider, like catering, or is it potluck? And you have to think about those things and how that's going to make your party. So
and I will say, at 22, I was cut off, and Dad said, "Get the fuck out of here! You're off of the dime. You go on your own. I got 4 other kids to fucking feed and send to school. So you motherfucker." So then I came out here, and that's when I became a birthday clown professionally, and that's how I paid the bills. To answer your question.
So for your party,
and I lived in garages and closets, so I didn't have to work as hard.
You're sweating a little bit. You all right? You getting animated in here?
No, I mean, it's just a hot fucking room.
Is it?
I'm a sweaty man.
You got to consider. Is it BYOB? Are you going to have a full bar with a bartender? Is there a specialty cocktail? Are you gonna have a keg? Okay.
Keg.
Okay. You can have a combination too. Now, see, and I put options for all price ranges. Okay. If you're gonna have a fucking fancy ass party with catering and a full bar with a bartender, that's the dream, though.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't even imagine doing that.
Yeah. But what I did for, my most recent party, I did like the potluck, but then I also provided food. And then I did have a specialty cocktail that my boyfriend was making. It was the cranberry. I'm sure you had one, but you probably don't remember.
I'm sure I loved it.
And it was like BYOB. You always say it BYOB. Just got to let people know.
Yeah, BYOB.
I made a note for myself. Those are the obvious tips. But here's some things that people maybe think about. Maybe they don't really think about. They don't focus on it. But a third is music, okay? That's
a good point.
It seems obvious to me that I would fucking have music going. But I've been to parties where I'm like, why is it so quiet? I'm like, why? I just hear people talking. I hear like
Yeah.
feet shuffling. And I'm like, come on, guys. For a dinner party, light jazz, maybe some classical music, soft pop, whatever.
Can I give a recommendation?
For a dinner party?
Or just for the music thing that you're talking about?
Yeah, well, also...
Oh, sorry, yeah, go for it.
There's house party or a holiday party. Do you have a DJ? Did you make a custom playlist?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a curated radio station like Spotify does.
Hell yeah.
So...
I was just going to say one thing,
maybe a live band. That goes with the catering and the full
Absolutely.
bar and a live band. This is a wedding, basically.
In addition to the music, what I think is always a good fun hit at a party is if you not only have a cool music playlist, but if you have any kind of big TV or a projector or anything, and you have just some very visual thing going on it at all times.
Yeah.
That and it's awesome when you can sync it up to the music somehow, or at least make it on theme with the music or
Are
something.
you talking about a visualizer or just something that's on the TV?
No, I'm talking like you put on a movie or a TV show or a music video collection or some playlist, some video playlist, or weird YouTube videos is a good hit, and then it's just there's always something visual happening on the screen. El Topo is a great one.
Well,
if you've ever seen that movie, it's like surreal spaghetti western kind of thing.
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
but I was gonna say that's kind of like what with
Holy
my
Mountain.
party that I had. I had the Christmas music going on and like other songs were in the mix, but also I was playing movies on the TV.
Hell
you remember
yeah.
that? You don't remember.
Yeah, I do remember that because it was Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have Die Hard on, right?
There was Die Hard.
Okay. Yeah.
There was Hook
I can't believe I remember that.
and Elf.
Hook was on?
Yeah.
Is that a Christmas
It
movie?
happens during Christmas.
Oh, I kind of vaguely forgot about that.
If Die Hard's a
Interesting.
Christmas movie, Hook is.
That's hilarious.
That's my argument for that.
But yeah, Holy Mountain or El Topo are good ones to put on. Or also, there's this movie. It's like a Russian dash cam movie. Have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't.
It's like just all the videos of Russian dash cams. Something weird like that on YouTube you can find, or a compilation. Or like
Fail Army compilation. Watching people like break their bones, like
I'm not a big like I don't like watching people get physically hurt.
I can't watch that shit
I don't
either.
like that shit. But which actually, the dash cam video is kind of some of that, so I don't love that. But like at the Halloween party that you might not have been to, or were you there? Yeah, you were there in Austin.
In Austin, yeah.
And then they were like, "Hey, you want to put something on TV?" And so then I put on the 100 best kills,
In movies?
In movies, just horror movies. So that was happening with the music, and people were into it. But then some people were like, "Gee," because some of them were like brutal. You know what I mean? So like, this is pretty intense for just a casual, hangout. But it was fucking hardcore and cool. Sorry.
That's so funny. I'm gonna bring up that party later on my list. So another one that I have, which I think when you're in a party that has it, you're like, oh duh. But if you're just throwing a party, you might not think about it, and it's decorations. Okay?
Yeah.
And there's different tiers of decorations. This definitely maybe more so applies to holiday or themed parties or a birthday party, but your general decor options are like balloons and streamers and like that kind of stuff is super easy to do. You just twist it and tape it on the ceiling, and it just adds like dimension to your party. Random things to hang from the ceiling. So like for my party, I had the little snowflakes that were hanging down.
That was cool.
I had, as far as decorations, what else decorations did I have? I had like glitter on the, not glitter, but like little round confetti on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a disco ball.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Disco ball, which that ties into my like last big section that I have, which is the thing I think the least amount of people think about, and it's fucking lighting. Okay?
Yeah, I'm terrible at that.
So have you gone to like a party and you're like, yeah, and they just have the fucking overhead light on and like
As opposed to what?
like lighting like a soft lit lamp, colored lighting, something that like makes it feel like you're in a relaxing environment.
Like bisexual lighting?
What's bisexual lighting?
Look it up. It's I think what you like.
It's what I like?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
I know. I learned this recently too. Someone said, you like bisexual lighting? I'm like, what are you talking about? But yeah, it's like basically just
like blue.
pinkish,
This is
purplish,
blue and pink.
Bluish, pinkish. Yeah. It sets the mood. It's chill, man.
Yeah, this is fine. It doesn't have to be this. I was thinking like at my party I had like red and green lighting because it was Christmas.
Okay, that makes sense.
At my party I had a disco ball. I had those string lights in my hallway that offered like a soft glow. They were like big balls.
I don't remember this.
Snowflake I had star lights hanging, and then I had my tree, and then like I said, the disco ball. And you turn all the other lights off, and then I had red lights and green lights.
Hell yeah. That's cool. That does definitely make it more of a party atmosphere for sure. The one thing you had, though, that I remember in my drunk ass mind was that was really cool, that people should do, is that cool picture taking booth.
Oh, yes. That is in my miscellaneous category, and I can go in.
That was fun as fuck.
Over that in detail when I get there.
And it's cool because it's like a chronicle of the night and people's different stages of sobriety, you know? You can be like,
yeah.
Oh, that person is fucked up now.
So, like, I'm going to play this, like, little video that's, like, of the disc. You see, it's, like, green, and there's a disco ball. You probably really can't see it, but, like, just a little bit. I did take another video of, like, the Christmas tree. Yeah. So, that's the vibe. But, oh, yeah, and I had a big Santa. That was decoration and lighting. The big Santa.
Cool.
Big
I remember that. That was cool.
Yeah, so that's how you do a little lighting, okay? What I was going to mention is I went to 2 parties for Halloween. One is the party that you were just talking about where you put on the best kills. Great lighting. It was purple and like dark and like, it was decorated too. But didn't you notice the lighting?
See, this is kind of where I'm bad at observations because I don't ever notice lighting ever for anything, really. I just am like, oh, cool. It looks kind of cool here. And then I never think about it again.
2 days later, I went to another Halloween party, and it was like this inside. And I was like,
yeah,
this is the Halloween party? There was like, where's the decoration? They had like one thing on the wall that was like, Happy Halloween. They're like, this is our photo booth. And I was like, judging
the party.
I'm just saying, for the vibe, for the best party, you want tips for the best party.
You're right. Your party.
You got to think about the lights, okay?
All I need is that keg, and it's a party to me.
I'm
easy to please.
Here's some tips for this, okay? Dinner parties. You want candles. You want to be able to dim the lights.
You need to hire a really good murderer because you don't want to just get any normal murderer for your.
Why do you think the dinner parties are only murder dinner parties?
Yeah, murder mystery party,
Okay, for holiday parties, colored lights, string lights, soft glowy lights. Okay. Lighting sets the mood, Ryan.
I know, but mood for what?
To party.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, is this some
like unless it's like
swinger party you're trying to start?
No, if it's like a party.
All right, now everyone get down. It's the swinger time now.
No.
Oh, okay. I just thought that's where your head was at.
That's where your head's at.
Yeah, it clearly is.
But here's the other fun additions. Kind of falls all between all the different categories, but these are things that I love to have at parties.
Okay.
Number 1, Jello shots.
I agree. I like those too.
Number 2, a space to dance.
Okay.
I'm
not a big dancer.
Number 3, I love when it's like if there's like food and somebody's cooking food and they're making like this applies to barbecues, but they're like, what do you want? You want the burger with the special sauce? Okay, I got you. Or like they'll go like, oh, you want a hot dog? You want a brat? Like where there's a couple options and somebody's there like who's hosting the party and like making stuff for you. I
like
love
that.
that.
That's cool.
Yeah, and brunch, that applies to brunch too. Like, you want the French toast, you want the compote on it, or you want the side?
Give me another mimosa. Fill
Yes.
me up, Lindsey.
Well, I'm not a bartender, but I am making like you want scrambled eggs? You want an omelet? What do you want? I love that shit.
I'll take a mimosa inside my scrambled eggs, Lindsey.
I'm
Just
not
pour
a
it in.
bartender. So I love that shit. That makes for a fun party because that's also an activity. You're partying, but also like somebody's making food and you're engaging in that.
Cool.
And then the last one is the photo booth.
Yeah.
The photo booth, it's so easy to do. Here's my tips for a photo booth, okay? You can you could decorate the wall. You could put a fucking plant there. You could leave it white. You could buy some cheap fringe on Amazon, like that shiny fringe stuff, like a beaded curtain. Put it on the wall, okay? I use an app. It's on the Apple Store. It's called Simple Booth. I was using it for my iPad. It's $30. And you can, like, that's a cheap for a whole party. If you rented a booth, it would be so much more money. So it's $30. Consider like a ring light or a key light if you have lighting or know somebody who has lighting, or just shine a fucking lamp on. It doesn't have to be like, oh, so high quality. It just has to be fun. Backdrop can be on the wall. Like I said, maybe hang up some string lights. And then make sure that there's like, a way, either print them or do the thing where people can just scan it and get them on their phone or share all the photos afterwards. Everybody loves a photo booth.
Cool.
You said it.
I agree.
Did I miss anything for a killer party?
Well, I think you brought up amazing. Everything you just said, I basically agree with. I will say though that you're going down the list of holidays, right?
Yeah, I was talking about options. I wanted to give people options because I
Sure.
didn't want to just talk about Halloween and Christmas parties,
Right.
Or New Year's.
And all those kind of parties are great, but some of my favorite parties I've ever been to have had very strong concepts or themes that had nothing to do with the holiday, right?
Oh yeah, themed is on here.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, example, I've talked about the diaper party at the co-op, right? And we all bring diapers, and then.
Can you tell me some theme parties that were not involved with the co-op that you can tell me about?
Sure. I just had some in my head though.
Sorry.
Shit. There's the diaper party is great.
Weren't you supposed to like pee and poop in your diaper though?
You're not supposed to poop. You're supposed to just pee at some point, so you didn't have to leave the party. Oh yeah. So a what we called it a suite to suite party, or basically you have every room in your house or wherever you're having the party has a cool theme. Like you and different people are responsible for making it, and then you kind of. All the party travels from room to room. So it's like, all right, we're all going to be in the garage where, it's tiki themed.
This is for people who have houses.
House, or it can be an apartment too. I think your house could do it. You could even.
I don't think.
I think you do. Your kitchen could be like one kind of theme. And yeah, I guess not everyone can hang out in the same exact area the whole time. But I'm just saying, like, it's cool to have different rooms that have different themes, and then you're kind of you're going from place to place. So those are fun party themes. Any kind of athletic kind of thing. You know me. I don't like to ever move off of my chair, but I will for a party. So like,
you gonna race for a party?
Well, I used to do a run this bike race, the motherfucking 100 and 100 laps. It's just an alcohol fueled bike race. You have to drink for your rider, and so that kind of party is really fun. A food orgy. Right, is a really fun. It's not what it sounds like.
Go ahead.
It's not a sex thing, really. But basically, it's one of those. It's a kind of everyone comes in togas, right? And then you're not allowed to feed yourself. So anything, it's like everyone just lounges. There's bean bags, bisexual lighting, and then so if you want to eat or drink, you have to feed it to each other. And then you can hang mushroom tea from the ceiling so that you got to get under it and have someone open it for you, like into your mouth. So that's a fun idea for a party if you're into that kind of thing. I know this is a weird one, but have you ever watched porn with a group of people?
I don't.
Porn party. I'm telling you, it sounds weird. It sounds like it. You definitely got to screen. Someone's got to screen these porns beforehand to make sure they're not too fucked up. But stuff from like the 70s or something. Everyone throw on Debbie Goes Dallas and everyone's hanging out with the keg. I'm telling you, it's a good time and everyone's laughing their ass off. Hopefully.
Well, these are all very
cool friends.
specific types of party to have.
That's
for
what
sure.
I'm talking about.
That I will say.
Specific
Here's what I
concept.
will say. All my tips apply to those types of parties.
I agree. I think you did it because I would never have thought. I never think. Like
If you're gonna watch porn with a big group of people, you need food and alcohol, and probably
agree.
lighting to set the mood.
Right. Well, the lighting is the thing I never think about. So I'm glad you reminded me about lighting. You know, this thing.
I know you're not gonna have a party.
I'll have a party.
I can't wait for Ryan Haley's
I
party.
had a Munchkin party this week. I mean, you know, it's not a ton of people, but it was. We all played Munchkin. And stuff.
Where was my invitation?
Look, Munchkin is kind of only good for a maximum of 5 people. Okay, otherwise the game takes like 25.
Sounds like it
hours.
wasn't a party. Sounds like it was more
It was
like
a get together.
sit-down
It was a get
gathering.
together. I'm sorry, that's not really a party idea, but a game night party is really fun. If so,
That's not a party. That's just like a small gathering.
you're right. Scratch everything about the game nights because you usually need.
But
more
those
people.
are fun. Do them and still provide food and booze if you want.
But honestly, any party, any game that a whole shit ton of people can play at a party, that's always a fun time too. Having games, you know, you got just your normal ones like your college fucking beer pong or whatever. What do you call it? Cornhole
at your ragers,
you know?
your barbecues, those kinds
cornhole
of things.
at your barbecue. But yeah, there's definitely more stuff than just
I'm not
beer
gonna have
pong. You
cornhole at my Christmas party, but
Why not? You can have little gingerbread men or.
if I had outside area, maybe but I don't.
Okay, yeah, but games are fun at parties. Is all I'm saying.
So, somebody asked for this, so I just wanted to say all the things that I think make a great party. These are all the things that I consider top to bottom when I go, I want to have a party. What is everything that I need to do to make sure that it's not only fun for me and I like being there, but I love when people are like, fuck yeah, that was a great party. Did I throw a good Christmas party?
Lindsey throws the best parties.
I agree. You do throw really good parties because you are, you're cognizant of all this.
'Cause I'm
stuff.
thorough.
You're thorough, and you're thinking of everyone, and you're, which I appreciate. Well, my one go-to party move that I do. It's not really a party move. It's just that at virtually any party I usually go to, will bring my chessboard. Because at some point, not that I want to just turn it into a chess party, but after I'm there for a couple hours, I like to just take all right, I'm going to take 30 minutes and challenge somebody here at chess. And then the best case is that other people kind of like watch the game. And then we kind of like, it turns into like, they're picking sides. Who's going to win? It becomes like a dramatic, like ESPN style, like they're watching it like it's an event. And that's always fun.
I have a chessboard. You could have played chess at my Christmas party.
I couldn't. There's no way I would have been able to function and know what the fuck I was doing.
So yeah.
All right.
So have a good party. Also last year, real quick, I planned the Funhaus holiday party.
You did.
Remember that in March?
Yeah, that was cool. You also planned White Elephant, I think, right?
I did. That was just for fun.
Well, yeah, it was fun. Thank you
So
for
if
planning
you go on Amazon, look up shit for your party, look up food options for your party. Pinterest is a great place to look up dumb shit like that.
and do all the parties that I said, the specific
And
ones.
yeah,
tell
if
me
you
how they
want to
went
have
for
a
you.
toga party where everybody feeds one another, let me know how it
Food
goes.
orgy,
Send us
baby.
pictures.
Yeah, said pics, or it didn't happen.
That's all for today. We'll see you next week on the Funhaus Podcast. Thank you for watching. Thank you,
Next
Ryan.
time I'm here, I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Thank God.
Vegas, Las Vegas.
Can I have $100,000?
What was and close us out with the Funhaus Podcast theme song that you wrote at the beginning?
Oh yeah, and it starts with "Thank you, Rick, for being there. Thanks for Ryan for being here. Thanks to Lindsey for being here on the Funhaus Podcast."